in what sense do they discuss dividend payments? You're buying dividend payment stocks, or?
Oh no, like if you own an option, or if you sold an option and it's in the money,
Okay.
You have to watch out for dividend. You only get executed if the option
Includes the dividend.
if the option's value is, I forgot how you said it, but if it's the value is there where it's beneficial for the person who owns it to actually execute, so that way they can get the dividend payment.
Okay.
They do it easy way. You just look at the foot, the opposite foot, and if the value of that foot is less than the dividend payment, then you're going to get executed.
But so the ex-dividend date becomes relevant to the
Yeah,
strategy.
exactly. Yeah.
Because if you buy on the ex-dividend, then you won't be able to get the dividend. You have to buy the day before, which means on April 1st, the stock is trading cum dividend, and April 2nd begins to trade ex-dividend. Number 2, RFC Corp has announced a $1 dividend. If RFC's last price while trading cum dividend is $50, what should its first ex-dividend price be, assuming perfect capital markets? 49. Because whenever you pay a dividend, the stock price falls by the amount of the dividend. So 2 will be 49. The quiz will have a lot of this. I'm going over this to do examples. Number 3, ECB company has 1 million shares outstanding, selling at 20 per share. It plans to repurchase 100,000 shares at the market price. What will its market capitalization be after the repurchase? What will its stock price be? So after the repurchase, how much is going to be the stock price?
Shouldn't be the same.
Same. When you pay dividends, the stock price falls by the amount of the dividend. When you do a stock repurchase, the stock price stays the same. So it is going to be 20. And what is the market cap after the repurchase then? Ruby, how much? No. How much is the market cap?
18 million?
18 million. What is market cap equal to? Stock price times outstanding shares. So what is market cap before the repurchase? 1 million times 20. 20 million. After the repurchase, how many outstanding shares? 900,000, because the company repurchased 100,000.
So the answer is 18 million.
18 million.
Would be the new market cap.
New market cap, and the stock price will be 20. And the market cap before the repurchase is 20 million. Yes? I think they're easy, so I'm not trying to ask you. Number 4, KMS has assets of 500 million, 50 million of which are cash. It has debt of 200 million. If KMS repurchases $20 million of its stock, A, what changes will occur on its balance sheet? We did a balance sheet last class, so look at that template and do the changes in the balance sheet. If they're going to use 20 million to repurchase the stock. And once you have the changes, calculate the new leverage, the debt ratio. Leverage ratio, debt ratio means the same thing. debt equity ratio, debt over equity. If you want to take the CFA at some point, this is the kind of question that they want to see if you can determine what's going to happen in this company if this policy is implemented.
There's cash decrease by 20 million, and then you would put that into assets, and then your debt stays the same, but your equity increases by 20 million.
Why would your equity?
Or, well, does it have any equity? It doesn't have any equity to start off, so it just has 20 million in equity.
No, the company has equity, but it's not 20 million.
Is it the total assets, the debt and the equity, or?
Do you want to give it a try?
Well,
Assets equals-
I was thinking like him, where cash is gonna decrease by the 20 million, and so.
How much cash do they have before?
No, there's a 280 in equity.
50. And after they spent all that, and then other assets?
Well, they spent 20 million for stock. So they would have 30.
500 million.
Other assets gonna be equal to what? Or 50, because they have total assets 500. So total assets equals 500, 50 of which is cash, so the remaining has to be something else, fixed assets, inventory, and then other assets after is for 50, so now total assets equal 450. They use all this cash. On the other side of the balance sheet, the company has debt 200 million.
Did they use all 50 million? They
Yes.
only used 20 million for the stock purchase.
20 million, sorry.
Okay.
So they have
30 million left.
30 million. So it's 480.
Right, okay.
Now, debt is 200 million right now. And after, it's the same thing.
Right.
So how much equity the company has?
280 million. Because it's assets minus your debt equals your equity.
Well, before, how much equity they have before the repurchase?
That doesn't say.
But you can find it. How much?
300.
300, because equity plus debt equals total assets. Total assets is 5, debt is 2, so equity has to be 300 million. And how much equity they have after? It's the same, it doesn't change. So you still have 300, right? Because it changes, yeah, the difference between, so it will be 280, right, the difference. So what happens to the debt equity ratio? What is D over E here, and what is DE over there? It will be 2 over 3, 70.67. And what is the debt equity after?
Your debt increase.
Proportionally, because you still have the same amount of debt, but now with less equity, your debt equity ratio increase. See, it's not difficult, just the table and use basic accounting. Number 5, suppose that KMS is, in problem 4, decides to initiate a dividend instead, but it wants the present value of the payout to be the same, 20 million. If its cost of equity capital is 10%, to what amount per year in perpetuity should it commit, assuming perfect capital markets? So if he wants to pay a preferred stock dividend, no, it's asking you for present value. In number 4, they use 20 million to repurchase the stock. Number 5, they want to use that money to pay a dividend, but it's not a one-time dividend. They want to do this in perpetuity. So how much can they commit? How much money can they commit if the present value will be 20 million? It is 200 million. How do you know that?
Because it's 20 million divided by 10%.
It's a perpetuity.
Yes.
Present value of a perpetuity equals what? The payment over the rate. And I'm looking for what? In this case, so the present value of the perpetuity, let me see, you want that to be 20 million, which equals to how much they can commit over 10%. So actually that's, if you did 20 over 0.10, you're looking for this right here.
Yeah. Whoops.
So it will be what? How much can they commit? 2 million.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? That in perpetuity, they can commit $2 million per year to pay dividends. How much is the dividend going to be? Well, it just depends on how many outstanding shares they have. But every year in perpetuity, they can commit 2 million. And the present value of that will be the 20 million. Other, number 7. Nate San Corporation has 250 million of excess cash or free cash